I am back again.
Second train.
Percussion.
Oh my god, it's move.
So much percussion. Animation was very crunchy.
Oh.
It's going at like 15 frames a second.
Fun.
So you can come up here, but you gotta lay down. You can't just come up here and do it every day. Okay. Okay. Now that we're done with the technological part of the show, on the video. I don't remember what I was doing or how to play the game. How have you liked your no days?
Fine.
You still had to do some like school stuff there, right?
Yeah, that's why I said they're fine.
Yeah. Hey guys, how are you doing? Fine. Today was a snow day, so didn't have to go to work. Which is always nice. I don't like that my sass is still my lowest. I don't know where I'm going. I have the memory of a flea. down or off briefly so I can figure out what I'm doing. This is the Chrome. Not Crom. Alright, let's do this. Damn, locked out. Can I hack this terminal? What on earth? Gwen? Uncle Gwen, is that you? Maybe. Quick, somebody translate that from binary.
What? No. Busy talking to horses.
Sadly, it doesn't look like Google can translate binary. Guess not. That was odd. Track down, crawl, and write. So I spent most of the day watching a YouTube channel that it's Toy Galaxy, something like that. They do like histories of certain intellectual properties, like the history of Pirates of Dark Water. Yeah, it's good stuff. But it had me thinking about different like rated R properties that are turned into kids' cartoons. Like yeah, so there was a RoboCop, Rambo, Toxic Crusader, and Conan. There was a Conan cartoon that I really liked when I was there were like snake people, and there was this stuff called star metal that if you had it, you were a snake person, they would like drop their disguise. Oh yeah, there was a Highlander cartoon. There was a Mr. T cartoon. Yep. There's a game based on Terminator 2. I don't remember if anybody brought a Terminator 1 game out, but there was definitely a Terminator 2 game. Power up. I know there's a couple of different RoboCop games. There was RoboCop versus Terminator game. Yeah. Oh yeah, the one that Capcom made. Yeah. Oh yeah, it was amazing. And I remember the first time I ever saw it, I actually saw an arcade cabinet. Like in a movie theater maybe? I don't remember exactly, but I was like, yeah. I'm surprised that they were able to, that they re-released the Punisher beat 'em up on one of the bundles they did recently. But I don't think we'll ever really see the yeah, that's it, Marvel's Capcom. But yeah, I don't think we'll ever see the Aliens vs. Predator beat 'em up released officially re-released, because the licensing. You know, obviously Capcom and Marvel had worked something out for the MVC bundle, so but yeah. We got Fat Power, but I still need to engage the drive change, else we're not going anywhere. Yeah, those are great beat 'em ups. This must be the drive change control. Engage! Why is she spinning like that? I guess because she was surprised. Yeah. The six-person X-Men cabinet was a thing to behold. Not the least of which was that it had two large CRT TVs in it. It was a massive cabinet. Yeah. Yeah, the video game museum in Roanoke. Four-player cabinet. Yeah, do you remember the giant like projection screen arrangement that was over at, was it Coney Island Arcade in Pembroke Mall? I think they only ever had like NFL Blitz or something in it, but no, they had like, I don't know if it was custom or what, but it was a huge screen with the projector. It was like on the second level. It's like the only thing up there. Away we go! Bonk. But this would have been, yeah, I think it was Blitz. It was early 90s. Huh? I warned you, Noah. You should have stayed away. Unlike your friend, you are incredibly selfish, Miss Solaris. Sorry, I didn't catch that. Why don't you tell me where you are, and we can have a nice chat over a cup of tea. Such a dry sense of humor, just like your dead father. Screw you, Crawl. Screw you and screw Monomine. I'm getting Ryder back, and then I'm coming for you. It's gonna end here, tonight. Yes, at Boardwalk Games. I still believe like the beginning of the end for arcades was Soul Calibur on the Dreamcast. Because, yeah, but it wasn't necessarily just a port. For the first time, a huge arcade game. Soul Calibur was a huge arcade draw. It was the first time that a home console port of an arcade game was better than the arcade game. Yeah, exactly. And you know, if you had a game at home that was also in the arcade, there was still reason to play the arcade game because the version you had at home wasn't going to be as good, usually. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, well, why would I go to the arcade and pay potentially hundreds of dollars over over my relationship with that game when I can just sell out 50 or 60 bucks and have a better experience at home. Especially since the price per game in an arcade was pushing, $1 a play. And then for a little while there, arcades were trying to be like you'd go to the arcade to have a video game experience. There'd be yeah, exactly. Something like Star Wars Trilogy. There was it was a big giant cabinet Yeah, exactly. Stuff that was more difficult to replicate or more expensive to replicate at home, which made those but it made those cabinets much more expensive. So it became more expensive to go. Suddenly you're pushing into the $2 per play kind of deal or more. Yeah, and the yeah, and light gun games definitely got left behind. Laser brains, what's up with this thing? And I'm sure, so right here, I'm sure that there's like Easter eggs and shit hidden in here if you sit down and, because these are, yeah, they're 8 bits, so there's going to be letters and numbers here. Oh yes, Silent Scope was dope. There was this one game that I really liked, I think it was just called Gunship or something. It had 2 like big light guns that were like turrets. Yeah, exactly. And that was weird glitch again. Razzles. Power. Yeah, they rumbled the whole bit. That was a cool. That was a cool cabinet. But those are the kinds of things that kind of survived. And then as time went on, couldn't have an arcade without something attached to it, like a bar or restaurant. I know that nobody has the need to go into a Chuck E. Cheese for any reason, but and there they just have like video game versions or cabinet versions of acronyms. Yeah, ticket machines. You know, and there's something to be said for certain ticket games. Like, I love me some skee ball. Not good at it, but I love it. I haven't played I don't think I've played a skee ball with plastic balls. It really is all bark and no bite. What a disappointment. Soon this farce will be over and we'll be able to return to our noble work undisturbed. Time to crush her. Execute command. Deploy Enforcinator. Run program. Detain target. Target Noah Solaris. Just let Noah go. I didn't sign up for this. You had her chance to leave, and yet here we are. I thought you were doing this for the betterment of everyone. You lost someone too, you know. Don't go soft on me now, Mr. Ryder. You can hardly decide to trade one measly life for the chance to change history. We can't let Miss Solaris distract us. Distract us? This is wrong. Wait until you see the good we'll do. The people whose lives will change for the better. Then tell me how wrong it is. If this is how it is, then the price is too high, Crawl. I quit. Take that, nerd. That was a mistake, Mr. Ryder. A grave mistake. Noah, I'm here. It's a robot. Son of a nerd. Before I get into that, I gotta go do something real quick. Be right back. Yeah, definitely kit bashed. Stand down, Miss Solaris, or prepare to be forcefully detained. Get it together, Grouch. Time to check your chips, you joystick jiggler.
That.
Yeah, I don't know if this. I didn't know that this game was going to have the swearing in it. Punching. So I really do like the install mechanic, the idea of swapping out software to depending on your circumstances or situation, but hopping into and out of that menu is not necessarily the best. Rated M for mature for naughty language. There's the dude. figured out my weakness.
Oh man.
Smacking you with a giant tube. It's almost as long as Knight to the Round. Yeah. I never actually did it, but the there was materia to like, you would chain cast whatever's attached to it. So you would chain cast a Knights of the Round like 3 or 4 times, and you know, so you would do that to beat like, you know, Ruby Weapon or whatever. But it was like 20 minutes of, yeah, chain and then dual cast. So like 20 minutes of just animation.
Question.
Yes.
What constitutes grand larceny?
Grand larceny, I want to say, is anything over $2,000.
Okay, now I gotta look for something in here that might be $2,000. Well, the person I was talking to was gonna go commit grand larceny in the cafe. Now I gotta go commit grand larceny in the cafe.
I think it's when you chain and then dual cast larceny.
Wait. Because there are people, like, role-playing, working at the cafe.
Yeah.
And ordering things from the cafe. I wonder if I could get a job in the cafe. Refill. Because you can't work food service and have all these accessories. That's true.
Yes.
It's in the
rules.
It is in the rules. Some piercings are allowed, but only in specific circumstances. Yeah.
Back in the day, the 90s and early 2000s, there was a comic in some publications at the time called Knights of the Dinner Table.
Uh-huh. D&D comic you told me about, right?
Yes. And there was a storyline where they decided, for whatever reason, to go play at a bar, like paint up the scenery or whatever. We're going to go bar play, and in game, they're planning a heist, but one of the local toughs, thugs, overheard them and thought that they were planning an actual heist, and he wanted in.
Yeah.
So they're like, okay, yeah, definitely. And so they explained what they're trying to break into, and he's like helping them figure out how to do this heist. And then it's a whole thing when he realizes they're not actually doing crime. They're just
nerds.
Just nerds.
That's fun.
I think he ends up playing with them for a while or something like that. Do you guys watch the interview that John Barenthal? First name John? Had with Deborah Ann Woll. Ginny D referenced it in her grandma video. It's really good. That animation. That is pure panic. Ryder! Hey, partner. That's Solaris. So nice of you to join us. Let me go, you wirehead witch. God, language. I'm afraid I can't do that. Who is she? What's wrong with her? There's nothing wrong with her. Nothing wrong? She's hooked up the most complicated life support I've ever seen. There's nothing wrong. Ryder, here to tell me what the heck is going on? Her name is Galatea. She's Krawl's daughter. Her daughter? This is why I agreed to help Noah, to save her. So this was about her all along? My father is Construct? All the weirdo wetware you practice here? It's all for her? Do you see why I do this now? And stopping me, you're allowing a mother to lose her daughter. You allow an innocent girl to be trapped in a prison of unmovable flesh for the rest of her life. It's not like that. No, don't listen to her. I've seen the things her and Monomine are doing to reach their goals. She convinced me before, but it's all just sugar-coated words and scare tactics. Be quiet. The work we do here is good. It is pure. We are doing this for technological advancement, to save human lives. You're doing the opposite. You killed innocent people. My parents included, both of them. That is the price we pay for groundbreaking excellence. Galatia's body might be paralyzed, but her mind is still very much alive. She was beyond healing by conventional medicine, but not anymore. Prepare yourselves for the New World Order. Her time is now. Hacking? Hacking what? I didn't sign up for no New World Order. My daughter will be the first instance of a new superhuman species, immortal and indestructible. He is the eve of a new generation. I am Prometheus. Circuits are fried. Did your brain just kernel panic?
How are you on about?
Kernels. Give me the construct, Miss Solaris. Or else what, Crone Dome? I see what you did there. Or else your friend Ryder here will be gone for good. Maybe one of the last humans to ever die a traditional death. Quite poetic, is it not? No, it don't. If you do, it will transfer the data and wipe the Mini-Mem in the process. You can't be serious. But Dad... Tick-tock, Miss Solaris. What will it be? Your father's construct? All that's left of him? Or your friend? Oh, wait a minute. Give me the construct. No, it don't. I won't have anyone else lose someone they love. It isn't worth it. Very well. I don't have time for this. I'll kill your friend first and then take it from you myself. Stop. Stop. You can have it. At last. What? No. What are you... Oh no. I was afraid of this. Ryder, what's happening? We made significant progress decoding your father's process. We were almost ready to take it to the next level when you decided to storm the facility. All we needed was the final pieces of code from the breakthrough. Let me guess, Krull just took it to the next level. He's uploading her own consciousness into the Monomind mainframe. What? Just like that? Ah! Monomind is now my body. I now have direct control of every network piece of lethal technology in this building. There's no escape. We have to get out of here! No, wait. She wants us to leave. She's still protecting her daughter. That means whatever is waiting for us out there won't attack as long as we stay put. The risk of hurting Galatea is, by mistake, is too great. We can't stay in there forever. The crazy Digitide person has a point. Noah, how long do you think we can last? Long enough to take the fight to Krull. You're gonna die? Only way to stop her now. I'm gonna make her pay, Ryder. I'm gonna make her pay for all the pain she's caused. Come to me then. I'm waiting. Let me know if you need anything before you dive. I brought supplies. Everybody. Get. You guys and your similar issues. Quick, dive before she wreaks any more havoc. Good luck. This is my domain now. I will crush you, Noah Solaris, like I've crushed so many before you. Let's go, you neural net jerk. Anybody remember the Sandra Bullock movie The Net from like 99? Yeah. I never saw it. But it would be interesting, I think, to go back and watch it, and because at this point it's like I don't know. It's just like I would assume it would have an idea of like what the internet could be or whatever. What the? Ah, you shall never get past my encryption. There's only a single route through, and you'll never be able to tell the one true door from the fakes. Gerbil gibble gable garble. No idea what that means, but I'm impressed you're able to communicate with me in here. Alright, gotta pick the right one, I suppose. Not sure I want to find out what happens if I get it wrong. Assuming that one looks different than the others in some way. They look identical to me.
I'm not sure, maybe you just have to guess.
Of course, the binary probably told me exactly what I needed. Okay. Yeah. I mean, Hackers was fun. I guess I'll go on the one on the left. Guess it was the one in the middle. Curses. Not to worry, this next one won't be so easy. We have perfect synergy here, the mainframe and I. Ultimate uniformity. We don't have room for someone like you who doesn't fit in. You are the odd one out. Dude, I know. But I can't be bothered to translate that. I really need to learn binary, huh? What was Krull talking about? I think she is the odd one out. Okay, so it's definitely indicating that there's a difference. The one on the right and the one on the left have the same rock structure next to it.
Oh.
See how they're kind of glowing?
Yeah.
And the one in the middle has a different one. And I was wrong.
No.
Has there ever been a movie or franchise based around hacking that's been any good? Oh, this one, okay. This one's the right one because it only has 3 rocks and the other ones have 2. Or have 4, rather. You've done well to make it this far, but you shall not get past the 3rd layer.
Yeah?
You know, if you still had the 3rd member of your little party, maybe you would have stood a chance here. You keep Ming out of this. And shut up. Now you're just annoying me. Yeah, it's personal now. Phew, made it in one piece. Encryption schmiption.
What?
The face.
Yep.
Here goes nothing.
Okay.
Thank you. Thanks again, mysterious benefactor. That rock is a face, but the rock is not actually a rock. Oh, that's a cool sprite. Miss Solaris, how nice of you to join me.
Get shot.
And what do we have here? The neural controls for your cyberspace deck? What do you mean? There's no escape for you now, Noah. Huh? My jack moves. What have you done?
Huh.
Gotcha.
This is certainly a battle.
It is one of the battles of all time.
Here.
Oh no, she's doing my jack moves!
So were you supposed to win that?
Guess so. Cripes.
Uh. Huh. Okay. Oh, whatever. What the hell is this? Me when I'm in a location?
Jack moves. I don't know.
Yes.
Mamba, huh?
Oh no.
Woo!
You're in there now. You're flunked. the button!
I may yet live.
You're faster than her.
Alright. I'm gonna call it for tonight. I'll do a little bit of digging and see what I need to do. I'm getting a little tilted.
At the towers.
Yeah. So, I'll talk to y'all later.